Hi guys, it's Jasmine and welcome to my channel. I wanted to film a video where I talk about how to sell items online and how to make a little bit of extra money with things that you already have at home that you no longer need. So I'm going to be dividing this video into about 4 separate time frames, so I'll be putting in the description below. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. Things that I sell usually are clothing, but lately I've been selling a lot of my makeup. And now the thing about makeup, it can be a little bit tricky because you don't want to post something that's very much used. So if you have a foundation that's like halfway gone, you don't want to sell that. It's also not very like hygienic, so you want to make sure that the items that you do sell are brand new. For makeup and skincare and anything that goes on your face or like directly like liquid, I guess. Places that I sell my items, I have 3 different apps. The first that I use is Vinted, the second one is Poshmark, and the third one is Depop. And now all of these are very similar in a way, just because you can sell mostly anything, but they also do have some differences. I'm going to be telling you guys what the pros are, what the cons are, and then you can decide for yourself which app you want to sell for. I personally like posting my items in all 3 items just because it still gives me a better chance of selling at least in one of them. It's possible, but this has happened to me before, that people from 2 different apps will give you an offer, so you just want to sell to whoever has the better rating, who has the best offer, and you just decide for yourself where you're going to be making the most. I feel like no one really knows what Vinted is. I've mentioned Vinted before to like my friends and they never know what it is, but when I talk about Poshmark or Depop, I feel like those are more popular. They do know like what those are. Vinted is the place that I used to sell most of my items in when I was in high school, and I personally love Vinted. You do get like a higher percentage that you listed for compared to the other app. So Vinted itself, oh by the way, I'm looking at my phone because I have notes or I would not remember like everything that about these apps. I searched this online, but apparently they take 3 to 8%, which is not a lot. And I don't know if it's changed, but I remember when I listed my items, the last time I sold something, I had no percentage taken off from my item. Like I got the full listing amount. So my guess is they take a percentage off, or like they charge extra more to the buyer, which kind of sucks for them, but for the seller it's good. But like, don't quote me on this. This is just like what I've noticed. Your money does get directly sent to your bank account, but you do have to wait for the seller to approve that they like the item and that they received it. You can also see a rating on your profile. So I'll show on the screen the 10 items that I've sold, and I do have a 5-star rating. You can also click on the about, which is really important because the buyer can see your picture. So make sure they have at least a good rating and they have a picture. You can also read through your reviews so they know if the person just got the thing. And if they don't give you a review, one of the options is Vinted itself, the team gives you an auto feedback of successful deal, which is what I get sometimes when when buyers don't give me a message. The thing is that you can see in like your notification who has liked your items, and once they like your item, you can click on it and you can give them an offer. The last person that liked one of my items, you can see it right here. I can click on the message and I have the option to give her an offer, which I have not done yet. The price is already reasonably low. I sometimes don't give them an offer, but if my item has been listed on my account for a long time, then I do give them an offer. You do have the option on your settings to click on bundles and you can give them a discount, which always is the best option because that means that first of all they'll buy more of your items to get a bigger amount of money, and then they also do get a bit of a discount, so you can adjust it between 5, 10%, 15, and it can increase it up. So you select how much of a percentage you want to give them, and as always the buyer does pay for shipping unless you offer to pay for that. It's a little bit hard to sell items just because you can't share it again unless you edit the price. They get a notification that you like lower the price, But other than that, once it's posted once, it's not like shared again. They don't view it again. In order to, they call it bump up, in order to like reshare or bump up or like increase people seeing your item, you do have to pay, which kind of sucks. I've only sold one item on Depop and I had a great experience with it. Obviously you can see who likes your items. The only thing is, just like in Vinted where you were able to message and offer the buyer a price, you can't really do that for Depop. If you want to like go out of your way and message the person and tell them like, oh hey, like I noticed you like my item, you can go ahead and do that. At least they know that you're like paying attention. So it really depends like what the item is and how many items they've liked. Actually, I did it for a girl. She liked one of the skirts that I listed, which was about $15. So I just messaged her and I said like, hi, like I saw you interested in my skirt. If you want to, I can lower $5 so it'll not be 10. So here's the message. I won't show her actual thing, but this is the message that I sent. You do have the option of putting hashtags on your description, so it's easier for people that are looking for certain items to just get linked to your item right away. Another really good thing about Depop is the money gets sent to you right away. Like right after they purchase it, you get the money like instantly, which is really good because you don't have to wait for them to receive the package. It can be good and bad because if you're on the other side and they take forever to send the item, it's really hard to get a refund. So I've heard a lot of people say that like they don't like buying in Depop because if the person is really bad at selling, there's no way for you to get the money. Which takes me into the cons. You can't share your items. The only thing you can do is edit the price, but if someone likes your item, I don't believe they're gonna get a notification that you lower the price. And once it's posted there once, that's it. And that's the last app where I've sold the most, I believe, is Poshmark. Now I have a really big list of pros and cons for them. It's really easy and it's really fast to share your item. I feel like that's the one place like right after I list an item, it's sold right away. But recently, this year when I started selling, I've sold one item at least every day or every other day. So it's been really fast for when I've sold, but I also do make my prices reasonable, so that might be a reason why. You also have the option of you to reshare your item and you don't have to pay for it, so it's completely free for you to share an item. Let me show you guys an example. So I have this anti-social social club jacket listed right here. All I have to do is right corner next to edit, I click on share and click to share to your followers, and then it's shared. So now all of your followers get to see that item one more time in case they didn't see it when you first posted it. Anyone that liked your item, you are able to see who liked it. So you do have the option of making an offer private, which is that every person that liked that item gets their own message or like email that you are offering a price drop. Or you do have the option of making the offer public, which gives you the option of like, I don't even know how it works, but I think they just get a notification. They don't really get an email. Another thing that they have are parties, which is just like a group for a specific category. So if you're selling makeup, they might have like a Tarte party. So it's important that like when you first sign up, the people that you're following, like stay following them if they're part of Poshmark, because most of the time they will invite you to these parties. And so just how I showed you guys how I shared my items, you click share, but instead of clicking to your followers, you click to that party, so your item gets shared into that party, so people that are viewing all the items there are able to see. And you also have the option to share other people's items, which increases the chances of them sharing your items, so your items are shared to their followers. They have the option of you having your own boutique. It's like your own little shop. I feel like you have to get approved for that. And then you also do have the option of shopping wholesales, and I looked a little bit into that. I don't think I'm going to do that quite yet, but you do have to sell at least 10 items and you do have to have a rating of at least 4.5. So it's always important that your rating is high when you send things to your buyers, and you want to also tell them like, please give me a rating, like it really does help. You do have the option of becoming an ambassador, and there are some things that you need to accomplish to do so, and it tells you like on the page. but I know that you do have to have a really good rating. You do have to sell a certain amount of items. I haven't looked into that much. Is you can't message people at all. So if someone didn't rate you, it's kind of impossible for you to message them. Also really sucks, which is why I really don't like selling on Poshmark, but they take 20% off your purchase. I mean, you do still keep 80% of it, but you do kind of have to increase the price to make a good amount. And this 20% off is only taken to any item that's over $15. If it's anything under $15, they do take a flat rate of $2.95, which kind of sucks because you really can't sell small items. So if you list like something for $3, you kind of only make 5 cents, which is at that point not worth selling. I never sell anything or list anything that's under, I want to say like $10, because that's just like not worth it at that point. I mentioned this before, you do have the option of making private offers, but they kind of, I don't know if it's encouraged or like they force you, but you have to give a 10% discount, which sometimes you don't want to do. Sometimes I just want to do like $2 less than the item. I most of the time don't like giving a 10% discount because I'm already listing my items very low. They also kind of force you to give a shipping discount, which at that point you're losing more money. So first of all, they're taking 20% off your purchase, you're giving them a discount of at least 10%, and then you have to pay for some other shipping. I think it's only worth it if it's something really expensive, but if it's something that's like $15, I would not recommend doing a private offer. If a buyer does not release their payment, even though they got their item, you have to wait a full 3 days to get your money released automatically. I mean, unless you need your money right away, it doesn't really matter. Some people don't rate you at all, and they don't give you no. Every single app that I've mentioned, Vinted, Depop, and Poshmark, they all have a description, like a box for the item. So you want to make sure that your description is very descriptive. That's kind of the point of it. So let them know if it's in good conditions. You also want to make your images very clear. So I use this camera, I use this lighting, which is just my vanity lighting, and this is my G7X. But your iPhone will do. I also sometimes mention in my description that I do give discounts for bundles, which kind of encourages them or like motivates them to look through my closet and see if there's anything else that they want so they can get that discount. Also do want to make sure you have your picture in your profile, which I kind of talked about, and a bio. I say my name, I say what items I usually sell, and then I include that I give discounts for bundles. But I put that I do list my items very low already compared to how they're sold. So if someone wants to make me an offer to make it reasonable, I mean, sometimes people like to take advantage of listing prices. I had a girl a while back, I was selling items that were retail value for about $15. She made a bundle. I think the total came up to like $4.45, and she offered me $4.20, which is really random. So I just messaged her. I told her like, hey, I already have my items listed very low, like they retail for over $15, like without taxes. The lowest I can sell it for is $5, and she told me that that was not reasonable and like not in her budget, which was a little absurd to me because it was only 60 cents more than like she offered. But I was basically giving her everything for free, so I didn't find it like reasonable. You also want to make sure that you look at the people's profile. If it looks a little sketchy, if they have no reviews, they have no about, they have no picture, think if you want to sell the items to them. You don't want to get scammed. I know Poshmark really doesn't allow that to happen. I think Depop, you do have to have a PayPal, so like they literally can't purchase something unless they have a PayPal. But there are some apps where it's just like that looks a little sketchy, so they may be using like a false credit card or something. So just double check with that. Make sure that the people you're selling to do look legit. I believe Vinted does not allow you to use flat rate boxes. I would have to double check. I'll put it here in the description what boxes they allow. But Depop and Poshmark allow you to use the priority mail boxes, which looks like this. You get from the post office. They are free. This is a small. They come in medium, large, and extra large. You can literally walk into your post office, grab these for free, like take them home, or you can just bring your items and grab the boxes and like put your items there and then ship them out. So you just assemble the box itself. Oh yeah, I'm in my pajamas. and then at the very end it has like a tape and you just seal it. And I put my shipping label in the bag right here, so the shipping label does get sent to you right away through your email, and you just print it out. And if you did offer to pay for shipping, I think you have to like send this directly through the post office, like you pay for it yourself. But I always make the option of the buyer paying for the shipping, so I don't have to worry about that. One thing that I do like to do though, when I ask for a receipt, because you do want to make sure that you have proof that you sent it out. Let's say that I am selling this item right here. So I actually sold 3 of these already. I like to use tissue paper or mesh bag, and I have different colors. So I have a pink one, and then I have this like black one right here, and then a really tiny wrapping paper is like the easiest technique. You buy a pack of it at the dollar store, so you're not even spending that much, and it looks cute. So I literally just grab my item like so, and I just wrap it up. Obviously you want to make it like cute, but yeah, you just make sure you take your time wrapping, but I'm just showing you guys really fast. I wrap it up, and then I grab a bit more of the tissue paper and I put it in my box as well, just so it can be like protected. If it's small enough, like let's say I'm going to sell this primer, I just put it in the bag and then I just close it up and send it like this. I always include a small little mini free gift, so it depends what they're buying. So if you do want to like give them like a little bit more of a motive to buy your items, offer them something free. You don't have to tell them what it is, but tell them like, oh yeah, like I will include a free mini gift with your purchase. And that's how I've really pushed my sales. I've told them that I will include them a free mini item. Sometimes if I do have the option to message them, I tell them like what items I have and what I'm going to include for them, and that like motivates them to buy it. People like getting free things. Another thing is, if they're buying clothes, I will include scrunchies. And then the last thing that I include is just a written note. So I usually have color cardboard paper, and I thank them for buying my item. I tell them that for their next purchase they do get a discount. I don't tell them what exactly of discount they get, but I just tell them like, yeah, if you buy from me next time, I'll give you a discount. And then at the very end, I tell them if they could please like rate my sale and like give me a comment or message on their experience and how their item was, and if they like their item or not. Make sure you have bubble wrap. At my work we always have bubble wrap, so I just bring it home, so I get bubble wrap for free. I have a whole bag of it. So yeah, you want to make sure that if the item is fragile, to just wrap it up. It's always better to wrap up items with bubble wrap, just better safe than sorry, just because boxes do get thrown around when they're getting shipped, so you never know if something's gonna break or not. You don't want your buyer to get a broken item or like something that's in bad conditions. I hope you guys enjoy this item. Hope these tips work for you. Thank you for watching. All my social media's links are listed down below. I will also have my Depop, Poshmark, and Vinted down below in case you guys want to check it out and maybe buy something for me. I'll see you guys in my next video. Toodles!